Welcome back, students. In this video, we're going to cover Module 10, Topic 7, Equations of Circles. If you were in class today, at least by fourth block, my voice was gone. So as you could tell, tonight we're doing the quiet storm. Just kidding. I just can hardly talk, but I do think it sounds like maybe I have a radio voice now. All right, so this is page 9 of the Module 10 packet. I'm doing this video tonight because I'm afraid by tomorrow I won't be able to talk, so you guys may be watching this during class. So this topic covers GR 3.2, 3.3, 7.2, and 7.3. And in the interest of my voice, I'm going to limit, so I'm going to do what you see highlighted, the first two of the warm-up. You guys can follow the instructions to do the rest. Then we'll fill in the blanks with the notes. I'll do the I do, and then let you guys handle the rest. If you follow the instructions, it's just like being in class, and some of you may be able to look up and see me now. But anyway, so again, page 9. The objective of this topic, you guys are going to write and graph the equations of circles using key features. So I know you're thinking, what are the equations of circles? Well, we'll get there. So the warm-up, this is going to involve the distance formula. This is, like I've been telling you guys in class, this is the, I've been saying all year we're going to get to the hard part. Well, here it is. I mean, we're the next to the last topic. This is the meat of the circles portion. So, but this is not as bad as actually the last one. I do not like topic 6, the tangents and secants. We get a little too deep into the algebra. I can do it, and I know you guys can do it, but it's it's a lot. We already have the shapes to deal with. We don't have to get into the real heavy algebra. Sorry, there's a car alarm going off. I'm trying to make sure it's not me. Hang on. Okay, not me. All right, so I'm trying not to sneeze. So if I stop, if things get weird, you'll know I was trying not to sneeze. All right, so warm up, page 9. Use distance formula to determine whether each point is within 5 units of point 10.8. Answer within, not within, or exactly 5 points away. So for the purpose of this, I'm going to do the math for these two. And then, you guys can work these. And if you want to just put the answer that way, that's fine. But I know, we need the practice, and that's what I'm here to do, is to teach you guys. So I'm going to show you the long way. Work the math out for you. But if you were just answering this, it says to answer that way. Sorry, I'm trying to save my voice and I keep talking more. So, distance formula. And this is on the reference sheet. I don't have it with me, or I would put it up on the screen. I just need to get I'll get it set up. All right, so distance formula is a square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. Sorry, I'm trying to back off this table so this camera is very sensitive under this app versus the normal app. But this point they gave us 10.8 is going to be our x1, y1. So these points will be our x2, y2. Our x2, y2. So it makes it a little easier to plug in. Sorry for all this camera does not like my hand going back and forth, and I'm sorry. Okay, so number 1, they give us point 10, 14. So again, they want to know if it's within 5 units. Okay. So our distance formula And we've got that up there, so I'm only going to put the points in here. So my x sub 2 is 10 minus my my x sub 1 is 10 plus y sub 2 is 14 minus y sub 1 is 8. Try not to get over there. All right, so 10 minus 10 is 0. 0 squared is 0, but we'll just put 0 for now. 14 minus 8 is 6. All right, so we've got just 6. The square root of 6 squared, well, 6 squared is 36. So the square root of 36 is 6. So if 6 is how many that's away, the answer for this, I'm going to, let's see, hold on. We're going to say not within. I should have wrote that below. Next time I will. But number 1 is not within. All right, so number 2, 812. Let's see. It's getting even further. I'm going to go down here. All right, so my x2 is 8 minus my x1 is 10. y2 is 12 minus y1 is 8. Oops, 8 squared. All right, so I'm going to skip some steps here. I'm going to say 8 minus 10 is negative 2. Negative 2 squared is 4. Plus 12 minus 8 is 4. 4 squared is 16. Okay, so we're gonna take this back up here. So 4 plus 16, this one here, number 2, is square root of 20. And if we put that in our calculator, that is 4.47. So number 2 is within. Because it was 4.47, that's less than 5, so it's within 5 units. All right, so number 3, 4, and 5 are all yours. Follow the distance formula. Again, 3, 4, then 5. It'll either be less than 5, more than 5, or exactly 5. Within, not within, or exactly. Oh, sorry. All right. Standard equation of a circle. So the circle, the center, the points. So for circle, well, that's the radius. What are they calling that? Well, basically the point in the middle. That's what we name the circle. So if this was point A, well, its coordinates on the coordinate plane are H and K. The x coordinate is H. The y coordinate is K. And I know, why are we changing it? Just because we are. So whatever this point is here is plugged into this equation here. Same thing for K. K goes here. So the equation is x minus H. So it's x minus the x coordinate for our center of the circle plus y minus the y coordinate, which is K squared, equals r squared, r being the radius. So, and see, that's x comma y. This is h comma k, and I guess it's because it's inside the circle. I don't make the rules. I didn't invent geometry, I promise. I wish I had. I need the money. Okay, so proof. How is this equation derived? So I'm so glad you asked. Because all points on a circle are equidistant. So remember, they're equidistant from the point in the middle. It's just 360 points around, equidistant from that center, okay? It's equidistant from the center. You can find the equation of the circle by using the Pythagorean theorem. Dum, dum, dum. All right, so let's see. Let xy represent a point on a circle centered at the origin. All right, so the origin is here. That's 0, 0. Using the Pythagorean theorem, x squared plus y squared equals r squared. And I know you're like, well, Mr. Whitlock, it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Yes, that's right. But for this on the coordinate plane, it's x squared plus y squared equals the radius squared. That's just dealing with the circle. So again, just bear with me. So now suppose that the center is not the origin, but a point A, HK, if point B, XY, lies on the circle, so like I was showing you up here, XY on the circle, XY on the circle, then AC equals, again, we're trying here. AC equals X minus H, and BC equals Y minus K, you can use the lengths of ABC and the Pythagorean theorem to derive an equation for the circle. So we're talking over here. So just bear with me. This is, so it's hard to read this, I'm going to say. So that's the radius. So this point is on the circle. It's XY. The point in the middle, that's the center point, is H comma K. See, this is the X, this is the Y, because it's how many from the center, how many to the right. Remember, X is your longitude or your horizontal. So we're either moving left or right. So X was this to the right and Y was up. Remember, Y is up and down, or your magnitude. Okay, so let me scoot down here. All right, so you see your A, or your center of your circle, is HK. That's the point, the center of the circle. Your C is right here. See, there's your 90-degree angle. Your B point is XY. So to come up with C, we're using these. Again, this is a little over my head, but just go with me. So AC, this is one side, plus BC, that's this side, equals AB. So it's a right triangle, just AB is your hypotenuse. So this is the Pythagorean theorem. It's just a little different than what we're accustomed to seeing it, or a little differently, okay. Now, so next, AC squared became X minus H. So X minus H. So that's your distance formula. We were just doing that. So your X sub 2 minus your X sub 1. So all we did is substitute there. But I hope this is helping make a little bit more sense. So X minus H, or your X sub 2 minus your X sub 1, AC, squared, plus your Y sub 2 minus Y sub 1, or BC, your B squared, equals C squared, which is your radius being your hypotenuse in this situation. Hopefully that helps a little. And then it says here, the square of a number is always positive. So even if you have negative numbers in here, they're going to, because you square it, it's going to be positive. If this is negative a million, negative a million squared is a positive number because it's two negatives multiplied. All right, let's flip over and look at this and show you just how easy this is. All right, so page 10. Write the standard equation of a circle with the given center and radius. All right, so number 1, I'm going to do. Number 2 will be you guys. So remember, the center point, our XY, is HK, and your radius is 7. So we found out, it was X minus H squared plus Y minus K squared equals R squared. So if our radius is 7, it's 7 squared. The center is 5, -2. The 5 is your h. And the k over here, so it's just double check something real quick. Yeah, so this is because the equation is -k, and this is a -2. So we're going to do it like that. It's going to end up being y plus 2, but I want it this way so you guys see this is here. This works the same way. It's just a little different because one's not a negative over there. Flip over my notes here. Okay, so scooching down the page a little. Number 3. Write the equation of a circle. Okay, so excuse me. I'm trying to not start coughing. So, all right, so here. Okay, all right. Oh, let's see. So this is our circle. Our center is going to be in the middle. So how many across are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From 0 to 8. Of course, if we counted, but I wanted you guys to see that. So our diameter is 8. Okay. I'm going to write this stuff down. So the diameter is 8. The radius is what? Half of that. So it's 4. Your center, so if it's 8 across, the middle of 8 is 4. So if this was 0, -1, 0, 0. What is this? Oh, 0, -1. So this is 1, -1, 2, -1, 3, -1, 4, -1. That is your center. So center is 4, -1. Well, this is your h. This is your k. So let me see, hang on. Write the equation in standard form. So it would be I'm going to put the equals r squared over here so we stay over there. But so anyway, I'll put it to the right down here. So our center, our h is 4, our k, excuse me, is -1. Okay, so, and our radius is 4. We're going to square that because in standard form it's actually squared, you'll see. So writing this here, it's going to be x minus 4 squared plus y minus -1. So minus minus makes it plus 1 squared equals, sorry I'm going into here, but 4 squared is 16. So that is how we write that. So when you do that over here, you see it's already got the center for you. I had to come up with it here. So center point, figure out the radius, put it in this form. All right, scooching down the page. Okay, number 5. Write the equation. 1 second. Okay, write the equation of the circle in standard form after a translation along vector 2, -5. I'm trying to see, did I? Oh, yeah, I guess I did do it. Okay. All right, give me just a second. Sorry, my nose is giving me fits. Okay. I'll do this in pencil because I don't trust myself. All right, so, wait a minute. So what is this? Write the equation in a circle in standard form after translation along vector 2, -5. Oh, so this is a point. Oh, this is so we can figure out the radius. So first we're going to get the radius. And then we're going to figure out, because the radius doesn't change. The circle, we're not dilating it. We're just moving it. We're translating it. So the radius is, well, here's the center point. So see, this is 4, -4. This is going to be -2. This is 2, 4, 6. These are each 2. So just, all right. So we're saying -2, -2, -4. So -2, -4 is this point. If this is 3, -4, so to get from 3 to -2, we go 1, so 1, 2, 3 to get back to the y-axis, and then 2 more, so 5. So our radius, so from here to here, is 5. So radius equals 5. That's important. Now, let's move our circle. So the center point is -2, -4. X comma y is x plus 2 y minus 5. So -2 plus 2 is going to be 0. And then -4 minus 5 is -9. So this is your new center point. So it would go from here, we go over 2. So if we're at -2, we go to 0. Okay, and then from here, how did we go? Down 5. So that's 2, that's 4. In between this and here, so this is 8, this is 10. So 0, -9 is our new center point. Just wanted you guys to see that the math worked. Okay, that's all. So we have our center point, our new center. So new center is 0, 9. So x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So x minus 0 squared, so it's really just x squared, plus y minus -9, so plus 9. Remember, minus negative, so we make it positive, equals, so, and our radius was 5, so 5 squared is 25. So this is correct, or because this is a 0, it can also be x squared plus y plus 9 equals 25. So really either of these because of that 0. Okay. Because again, one of these is 0. The x in this case, so it would just be x squared. If this coordinate was 0, it would be just y. So I want you guys to understand why we do the things we do. Okay, so excuse me, sorry. This is why I'm having you guys do more work. You also need the practice. EOC is getting close. So, do number 6. I'm going to flip over. This was page 10. So, we're going to flip over to 11. This packet has 11 and 12 left. So, you can see I'm going to do 2 on this page and then half of the ones on the back page. So, let me just flip around here. So, page 11, number 7. Let me get Paper flipped over. Okay, more fun stuff. This is not as hard as it looks, but if you bear with me, maybe we can get this. So it says, a circle is inscribed in square PQRS. Sorry, I lost my head for a minute. On the coordinate plane, the equation of the circle is x minus 7 plus y minus 4 squared equals 16. So what are the values of A, B, C, and D? Y'all were like, so last year, my first year teaching, I remember this problem, and I was like, what in the, what? Well, I'm here to tell you it's not as crazy as it seems. Let me find the right pencil, and oh well, a regular pencil. All right, so remember our equation is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals the radius squared. All right, so what is the square root of 16? Square root of 16 is 4. So your radius is 4 because of that, because it's 16, okay? You just need to know that. Excuse me. So if this is our h, and this is our k, and it's x minus, so these are both positive numbers. So your center, your x is 7. Your y is 4, or k, because that's the x and y of the center is hk. So 7, 4. 7, 4. Radius was the square root of 16, because that's the radius squared, which is 4. All right, now, the way this works, I'll try to show you guys this. I don't know if it'll be on the EOC. It used to be on the test. I think they took it off, but I want you guys to know how to do it. And yes, it's on the study guide, even though it's not on the test, because again, I want you guys to know how to do this. So, to get A, because they want to know what A, B, C, D are. See, this is, so A is x minus r, B is y minus r, C is x plus r, and D is y plus r. So again, what are these things? Let's see. All right, so your center, that's your x, that's your y of coordinates, even though we're calling it h and k. So the r is the radius. So obviously it's all minus 4, minus 4, minus 4, minus 4, because it's minus r. So x, in this case, we're talking about the center. So it's x is 7, y is 4. But Mr. Whitlock, you said, yes, I know. They are h and k because they're the center, but they are the x and y coordinate, right? X is 7. Y, whoops, it's plus on these. Y is 4. So A is 7 minus 4, which is 3. B is 4 minus 4, which is 0. C is 7 plus 4, which is 11. And D is 4 plus 4, which is 8. So this guy here, same thing. Just works the same way with the values. So you guys can do it. I have faith in you. All right, so 2 down here at the bottom. I'm going to do one of these and let you guys handle the other. So number 7, page 11. We're toward the end of part 2 of module 10. All right, so number 7, the center of our circle is 1, 3, and a point that lies on our circle is 2, 2. So first we're going to use the distance formula. And this is in your reference sheet again. So we're just going to, for the purposes of this is our x1, y1, x2, y2. All right. So first we're going to, because the distance will tell us the radius. So I'm going to quit putting d because that's d for distance, not d for diameter. So, but we're looking for 2 minus 3, that's the y's, plus 2 minus 1, that's the x's. So 2 minus 3 is 1, 1 squared is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 squared is 1. So your distance for your radius is the square root of 2. All right, that's not a problem. So our radius is the square root of 2. So when we square our radius, because down here our formula is x minus 2, h, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals radius squared. So the square root of 2 squared is going to be 2. So above this, we can go ahead and write 2, because the square root of 2 squared is 2. So we got x plus we got y, and we got the radius. So now we got to find, so the center, remember, that's our h, that's our k. So they're both positive, so we can say minus, because the formula is minus h. So if it's positive, it's minus the positive number. H is 1, k is 3. So it says right it. Yep, that's it. So this is the, oops, I ended up putting my line through part of my equal sign. So this is y minus 1 squared plus, x minus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 2. That is this circle, the equation for that circle. So you guys can do number 8. Works just the same way. If you have any questions, let me know, please. That's what I'm here for. All right, back page. So you see there's a lot left, and I'm already 32 minutes in, and that's with me doing, just every other problem. So when I asked you guys tomorrow in class to please work the problems, I hope you'll do that. All right, so number 1. So these are completing the square to find the equation of a circle. This is page 12, so this is the last page of module 10. Let me flip my little page over. Sorry. So, complete the square to find the center and the radius of the circle for whose equation is below. All right, so God, I hate this. So we're gonna rearrange this guy so we can attempt to complete the square. So we put all our x's, our x trinomial, and then our y trinomial, or at least I think we had to move some stuff over. I have my notes show doing that, but let's see. So x squared minus 8x let's see. What the heck? Oh. All right, so what we're going to do here for this evening, for this particular video, because I'm going to have to cut it short because I hate this. I'm not good at it, and I'm going to try to suffer through the first part here just to show you guys how bad at this I am. So we got x squared minus 8. Where is this other? I have these other numbers written down. So I have this. I'm just going to show you guys what I'm writing here. I had it's on this side. I must have used some help. So I have plus 16 on both sides. But where's that minus 5 come from? What the heck is happening, man? Ugh. Oh, the 5. Okay, so that 5 goes over there. That was where the negative 5 comes from. Plus 16, plus 16. I don't know why we have... I think this is part of the completing the square. Because I needed... That's right. Okay. So the first thing we did was move the 5 over here. So I'm making this long because I'm going to be messing with this equation to set it up that I can finish this. Just bear with me. And I'll try to do the other ones. It's coming back to me. Ugh, God, I hate this stuff. Okay. So, all right, so the 5 went over. Because this is an 8, I need something that I know I can multiply by, let me see, how do we do it? Okay, yeah, so 4 times 4 is 16. 4 plus 4 is 8. So I knew I needed 16. I needed something that I could work with this number and get something I can FOIL out of that, okay? That's how we're completing the square. I'm hoping you guys remember some of this. Some of you guys remembered the quadratic equation, so maybe you'll remember completing the square. So, the 16 there. Now, the y's. So it's plus y squared, so that's here, plus 6y, so we're dealing with a 6. Something that can multiply, that you can add together. 3 plus 3 equals 6. 3 times 3 is 9. So I'm going to add a 9 to both sides of this equation. All right, you'll see where I'm going with this in just a second. So on this side, we have negative 5 plus 16. So that's positive 11. Positive 11 plus 9 is a positive 20. So we're completing the square to find the radius and the center. So let's see. Now over here, I'm going to change colors for a second. So x's, we're going to have to FOIL this in reverse to get our, because remember, we're trying to get x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So we're going to have something that's x minus something, x minus something. It's going to be the same thing because it's squared. Same thing with y. Now let me do it because it's plus. So here, 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 here. Again, it's squared, so these are the same things. Y times y equals y squared. X times x equals x squared. So now this is the number that's going to create h. This is going to create the k. We already have, so our radius is the square root of 20 because this is radius squared. 20 is radius squared. So our radius is the square root of 20. Hopefully you guys understand that. Now, how are we going to FOIL here? Remember I said 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 times 4 is 16. So we know the number is 4. Now, negative 4 plus a negative 4 is a negative 8. And then negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. So here's our x. Y, remember 3 times 3, so it's 3. I'm going to write you see these are both positive, so it's going to be positive 9. Well, it's actually, yeah, because it's positive, that's right, 6y. Okay, just making sure. So yeah, it's plus 3. So in this case, so it is, because I'm just trying to reiterate that. All right, so now the center. That's your h, because it's x minus h, so it's positive 4. But over here, y minus k, well, it's plus. So to get the plus, that means my k, or my y coordinate for my center, is negative. So it's negative 3. Because when we plug negative 3, if it's minus k, minus negative 3 gives you that positive. So your center is 4, 3. And then our radius is the square root of 20. I'm going to do the same thing there. This works the same way down here. It's completing the square. This time you're just finding the center. You don't have to find the radius as well because they gave you the radius. Excuse me. Let's see. Number 5 is complete the square to find the center. And then number 7 is also complete the square to transform general form equation below into standard form to determine the center and radius, then graph the circle. Okay. So let's see. Completing the square. All right, I'll tell you what. We'll just do it. Give me just a moment. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my throat going here, guys. Let's see. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm going to skip 3 for the video. We'll do that in class, even if I have a volunteer and you're listening to this video, it's your lucky night. Tomorrow in class, so this is Thursday, I'm sorry. Beep, beep, beep. This is Wednesday the 5th. I'm doing this video. So Thursday the 6th in class, when we do this, if we get to number 3, if you volunteer to do this, I have a snack for you. Just remind me. Nobody's probably going to hear this because you guys, I watch you guys listen to your headphones, but we'll see. So number 3, do that for extra credit. I mean, a snack in class, or extra credit, you know, if you're not hungry, who knows. All right, so we'll skip down to number 5. You're going to complete the square to find the center. This one's a little quicker than the other, and that's why I'm choosing to do that. So we have x squared plus y squared plus 10y equals 119. Okay, so... all right, so x is by itself. That means the x coordinate of the center. So we can go ahead and write it down here. Center, our x coordinate is 0. Because x minus h, if h is 0, it's just x. Okay, so we're halfway there. Now the other side. So we're dealing with y squared plus 10y minus... No. We're leaving the 119 over there. But I do need to scooch my equal sign. So 119 is over here. All right, so we got 10. Whoops. So we have 10. So something I can add to it, and to get 10, the same number would be 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. So 5 times 5 is 25. I need to add 25 to both sides of my equation. Okay, so that I can do this. We'll do that side in a minute. X times x is x squared. If 5 is my number, okay, 5 times 5 is 25. 5 plus 5 is 10. All right, so my equation because it's 0. So, but it's minus, so this is a plus. That means my y coordinate is -5, because y minus h, so minus -5 would be the +5. But I had to show you why we're saying the point is negative. All right, so we got 119 and 25. That makes 144. So r squared, 144, which that's how we write that form. But so there's your center, and your radius is the square root of 144. And square root of 144 is 12. Excuse me. Okay. Last but not least, number 7. As you can tell, we're down to the last little bit of my voice. Let's see. So the quiet storm's coming to an end. Yeah. Sorry, I have to joke. All right, so number 7, complete the square to transform the general form equation below to standard form. Determine the center and the radius, then graph the circle. So, lucky us. So we got an x squared and an x, and a y squared and a y, and then this guy. This guy's going over here. So we subtract 116 from both sides. Okay. Now, so x squared minus 4x, and then the y squared plus 22y, and then I'm going to make room here because we're going to have to add. So 2 plus 2 gives you 4. 2 times 2 is also 4. So we're going to add 4 to both sides of our equation. Now, to get 22, 11 plus 11. So, and 11 times 11 is 121. So we did it like that because we'll do this too. So again, x, y. So to get 2 times 2, or to get 4, that's 2 and 2. Minus 2, negative 2 plus negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. So over here on our center, our x coordinate is 2, because x minus h squared. So all right, so over here, 11 plus 11 gives you 22, and 11 times 11 is 121. So now you know why we added these guys. And it's plus and plus, so it's plus and plus. Now it's x minus k, so k would have to be a negative 11 to give you a positive 11 in the equation. Okay? Still with me? So our center is 211. Now these guys up here, negative 116 and positive 4 gives you negative 112, and we still have positive 121 over here. Yeah, I was making sure I had all my stuff right. All right, so 121 minus 112 is 9. All right, so all this was 9. So this is 9. So this is the equation. All right, and the radius, so this is r squared, so the square root of 9 is 3. So we have to, our center of our circle is positive 2, negative 11. So positive 2, negative 11. That's our center. Let's see if I can okay. All right, so our radius is 3. So 1, 2, 3. I don't have my compass with me. 1, 2, 3. Wait, yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I'm going to draw this circle the best I can because I don't have my compass with me. Oh, God, it's going to look like a diamond. I told you. So there it is, in all its glory. All right, guys, sorry for the long video again. If you got any questions, let me know. Send me a message in Focus or email me. Or you can comment on the video or on the team's post. Either way, have a good night, and we'll see you next time.